Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Good to see everyone tonight. I hope you guys can hear me. Hopefully, I'm not popping and I'm not too loud and my audio is crisp and clear. How is everybody? Good to see everyone tonight. Thank you, Eric, for becoming a YouTube member, dude. Now you get that little cool little Planet CHH badge by your name. Let me give you a little something for that.
I'm gonna go fucking buck wild for Easter this year.
How is everybody? It's good to see you guys. I've ended up getting my review done earlier than anticipated. I'm just gonna edit it at work, so I'll have it up in the morning for all the patrons. Spoiler alert: it's a review on this absolutely fantastic release of Fright Night 1 and 2, the documentaries. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's just such a nice release. I love it. Thank you guys. Yeah, I got the Vestron beanie. What do you guys think about it? Uh, Guys, I am sipping on a Crush Zero tonight. We're going to hang out for about 40 minutes. It's not going to be a super long stream, but I want to hang out with you guys, answer your questions, and just hang out and talk with you guys. I ended up just getting my stuff done a lot faster. So the one thing I do want to add before we get started, and God bless you guys, you already got 100 people in here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. The one thing I want to add is we have a little bit of stock left on this, and I'm not going to show my own products all night, but I just want to say, check this out, guys. If you go to You Need a Candles in our Etsy store or unitedcandles.com, we've got a few of these left. These amazing pumpkin cake candles. They smell so good. Absolutely smell delectable. These things are amazing. And then we have our coveted pumpkin candles. We made a bunch this year because we always sell out. Now, I think we almost made too much now, but we still have some available. And I want you guys to see something. We fill these suckers to the brim. There's so much wax in here. This thing weighs like 2 pounds. Look how big it is in my hands. Oh my God. It just smells like a pumpkin patch, which I think is the smell. Oh my God. See, we have these gorgeous candles. We ship them airtight, so they're not going to crack when they get to you. We've not had one break in shipping. We make them we make sure that when we package these, they are bulletproof. These things could go to Uganda and back and not break. We spare no expense on the shipping. It smells like a pumpkin patch. These things are beautiful. And the cool thing is when you're done with these, you can use this as a jar to put whatever you want in it. We put our movie tickets in ours. So we have that. We have that. The pumpkin cake. This one just smells delicious. We have all that in the store. Go now and support us, guys, because we're actually packaging stuff up tonight. Sydney's packaging orders right now. So if you order right now, it'll be shipped out in the morning. So it will. It can go to Uganda. You know. Oh my God. I think he's messing with me, but I'm going to read this. Thank you for the $4.99, Kevin. I'm getting the Planet CHH logo tattooed on me tomorrow. It'll be my first tattoo. There's no way you're doing that. If you're doing that, I have to see a picture to believe it. But if you do, Kevin, I will do something nice for you. Be sure. Let me tell you something too. Be absolutely positive you want to do that. I would be honored. I would be flattered beyond words, but make sure you want to do that. I'm just saying. I'd be beyond flattered, but make sure that's something you'd want to do. God bless you, Kevin. Let me give you a clip.
George P. Wilbur is well, actually no, Dick Warlock's my favorite Myers, but it's Sweet George Wilbur, Jizz P. What I say.
So, guys, so just a quick update on me. Last Monday, I started a new diet, and I'm feeling really good. I think I've actually lost 7 pounds already. What it really stemmed from was the health scare I had. I had my face is feeling a little bit thinner, like my puffiness is going down. Basically, last month I had a pretty bad health scare where I had really bad acid reflux, and it was from spicy foods, eating junk late at night, and gorging on energy drinks. I drink 2 to 3 energy drinks a day, and my doctor had told me, he was like, "Listen, you're not old, but the fact is you're not 22 anymore. You're not 20 anymore. You're 30. You're in your early 30s. I'm in my early 30s. I'm 33." And he says, "Listen, the energy drinks, I have seen so many people get this stuff from these energy drinks. You got to give them up." He goes, "I understand you drink soda. make sure you're drinking your water, which I do. I drink 6 to 7 bottles of water every day at work. On the clock right now, every hour at work, I basically drink a whole bottle of water. I'll just chug it straight down. But I got really bad acid reflux, and I could feel it. Like, my acid reflux was up to here. Like, I could feel it. And there'd be moments where it would bottleneck in my throat, and it would be so painful. I really felt like my insides were dying. So what I started doing last Monday, was eating. I wake up, I have my coffee at 10 o'clock. I have a snack. I have a protein bar, and sometimes I'll have a little bag of Lay's because I like my junk food. I'm trying not to overdo it, but I had a little bag of Lay's potato chips, stuff like that. And then I come home from work at 3. I work 8-hour shifts right now. I'll come home from work at 3, and I'll eat my dinner about 4:30. Be done about 5, and then I will just fast the rest of the night. So I'm basically having I eat food from basically 10 to 5. So from 5 to 5, that's 12 hours, and then I won't touch food again. I'm doing like a 16-hour a day fast, somewhere around there, the ballpark. I'm terrible at math. But I gave up the energy drinks. I'll have my coffee, but I gave up energy drinks cold turkey. I didn't wean off of them. I was addicted. I was drinking 2 or 3 a day of the white monsters, and I was going hard on them. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. Like, I get hungry at night, and that's tough. And I drink my sodas to try to curb that, and I'll have some waters. But I'm feeling a lot better. My bloating has gone down. My running is getting better. I'm not feeling sluggish. I'm feeling really good. I just got to keep it up. I got to keep the momentum, and I can't break. If I have one night where I say I'm just gonna have a couple Oreos, if I break, I will screw up. So I'm staying on it. I'm feeling better. I'm sure I've dropped a lot of water weight already, but I'm feeling pretty good. So anyway, guys, let's talk to you guys the rest of the night. We have 170 people in here, guys. If y'all want to drop a like, let's hang out. So I can't wait to see Black Phone 2. I'm excited for that. By the way, guys, Spirit Halloween mug. I'm excited for Black Phone 2. Where did you get the best drawn video? This hat, Media Crypt. Look them up. Walking Dead, I am right past the point where the Lucille bat shows up. That's what I'll say. Horror Theater, how are you? Fachi, what's going on, my dude? Good to see you. It's like, I couldn't give up sodas too. I'm so addicted to zero sugar and diet soda. I get these a lot, the Orange Crush, because they're just delicious. They actually curb my appetite too, believe it or not. Some like Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke, they make me hungry the more I drink, but the Crush actually kind of appeases me a little bit. So, Horror Collector 87, how are you? Thank you, Jay. I will. Yeah, I cut cold turkey off Red Bulls and sodas and thought the headaches would never go away. Well, my thing is this, Sean, if I don't have my caffeine in the morning, I'm like you. You're probably like me. If I don't have that caffeine in the morning, I will literally have a migraine. So I think I will be on caffeine till the day I die. That's just reality. I think I'm going to be on caffeine till the day I die. So thank you. Monsters like kerosene over rusty nails. I guess so. What's up, Sergio? No, I don't do a whole lot of weightlifting. I'm a runner. I run 5 miles, 5.5, 6 miles a day. I will give people an update on All American Massacre. Do you guys want an update on All American Massacre? Can I get some thumbs up in the chat? If you guys want an update on All American Massacre, I'd love to talk about that. I'll give you guys what I can talk about. Thank you, Greg. I'm trying, man. I want to be healthy. I want to do great things with my life. I'm still young, If and when I become a father one day, I want to be healthy and there. And I want to be around for a long time, because guess what, guys? I don't want to die anytime soon. I don't. I want to stay healthy. I want to feel young. And man, I'm telling you, that health scare really it kept me up at night. Like I thought I was bulletproof health-wise before that. But that acid reflux really messed with me mentally. This is why I stopped. This is why I don't talk about Walking Dead. Now, Freddie K, I'm not mad at you. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I totally get it, Freddie. But literally since season 2, ever since I was doing my mini reviews of the seasons, every single time I mentioned where I was at in Walking Dead, I would hear this. Oh, it's about to go downhill. I mean, literally from season 2, even from season 1, I would review season 1 and people would say, enjoy it. It's about to hit. It's about to nosedive. And then I do season 2 and I would like it. It would be like, well, enjoy one more season, Christian. So I just stopped talking about it. It really bummed me out. So far, of course, there's good episodes, there's bad episodes, there's good seasons, there's great seasons, and then there's not so great seasons or bad seasons. I get that. But it put me in such a mental funk about the show. I had to stop talking about it because no matter what happened, every time I mentioned the show, that's the kind of stuff I would get. Now, like I said, Freddie, I totally get where Freddie's coming from because he's a viewer of the show. He's seen the show. He has his opinion on where it gets bad, and he's probably in line with the majority of the fans of the show. I totally get that. But that's why I just stopped. I threw my hands up. I was like, I can't talk about it no more. It just, the new trolley Mountain Dew is 0 sugar only. I've noticed that, dude. Like the Mountain Dew has really gone deep into the 0 sugar. Thank you, William. Hit that effing like button, people. Help my brother keep this channel running. Love his channel. Guys, the channel's doing great. Thank you, guys. God bless y'all. The channel is rocking and rolling. And I need to make sure I do my single solo shows because I got to keep up with that. And you guys seem to really enjoy them, and I have a great time with you guys. Okay, so let's talk about All American Massacre. Okay, so I don't want to, I see everybody giving me the thumbs up. All right, guys, so here we go. So in terms of All American Massacre, here's what I can say. Because I want to always be open and honest with my fans. I'm still waiting to have a good conversation with Tony Hooper, William Tony Hooper. We've gone back and forth, but every time I think we're going to talk, he's like, something comes up and we're not able to. Now, in terms of what he has told me specifically, I need to get the okay from him when we do talk of what I can bring to the table and whatnot. And so there's that. The other thing I can tell you guys, now, here's what I can tell you that's exciting. I am in very close talks with the gentleman who made the documentary. Edward, amazing guy. We had a great conversation today on the phone. We talked for about an hour and caught up about a lot of stuff and just talked about a lot of stuff. Some of it was All American Massacre. Some of it was different things. Some stuff I can't get into. But what I can say is be excited about certain things. And we'll see what the future holds. But I want you guys to know that I am actively trying to get in touch with Tony. He does seem like he's a busy guy. He does seem like he keeps a very low profile. And I will tell you guys when I do talk to him, and out of respect to him, if there's certain things he doesn't want me to say, I will keep that private. But I know that we are trying to communicate. I want to get him on the phone and talk to him and find out what's what with everything. And like I said, from that point on, I will bring all of it to the table of what I can. I have to be respectful. There are certain things that get told to me from people that work in physical media companies, et cetera, that if I break their trust to try to get a quick pop online, it won't be worth it, because that's not what I'm about. There's some stuff that if it like, for instance, the gentleman Cliff, I forget his last name, not McMillan, but the gentleman Cliff that's on the message boards talking about the Saw sequels, that's public. I'm going to instantly talk about that on the channel, and with that being said, we, the collective, we changed those Saw 4K releases. You guys should be proud of yourselves. We literally changed those Saw releases. I also have an update on the Devil's Rejects 4K. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, on those videos, we talked about the Saw 4Ks. They are now putting the unrated versions, director's cuts versions. Well, excuse me. I don't know if part 3 is going to be unrated or the director's cut because there's different versions there. Part 3 may be the director's cut. I'm going to find that out. I hope it's the director's cut. Part 2 and 4 will be the unrated versions with new encoding and better audio on the Blu-rays. So that's cool, right? Now, in terms of Devil's Rejects, I did ask about that having the unrated version on the Blu-ray. The answer I got back was no. They were too far ahead in the process. It will not include the unrated cut. But what's interesting is it will include if you're not a 4K person, this could be good news for you. I don't know. Again, I don't make a penny off of any of this Lionsgate stuff. So I'm a fan just like everybody here watching tonight, and I will never pretend to be anything more than a fan. So when I say this, I say it could be cool for some of you guys that are just Blu-ray people to have a 4K restoration scan, if you will, on Blu-ray of the film. At least there's that, but they were too far along in the process for that release, as opposed to the Saw films where they had a little bit of a window to make those changes. So that's that. Let's see. I just turned 50 this year in 6 October 2023. I'm down 100 pounds. Amazing. My endocrinologist told me that my numbers are great, and I have added a ticket. God bless you, Greg. That is amazing. Thank you, Batsy. Thank you for watching. Heroic Waffles. What's up, Heroic Waffle? What a great channel name. Kevin, how are you? Good to see you, Kevin. We have 200 people in here, guys. Please drop a like. And again, I just want to reiterate, we make all this stuff. I got to address this again. It always comes up for some bizarre reason. People think that I hawk Unita candles like it's stuff that's made and sent to me and I sell it myself, or I just sell it from somewhere. My wife has distribution deals with these companies that make these jars. She buys these jars. She creates these images. She has all the machines to do the stickers. She makes the melt. She buys all the scents. She concocts all this in our kitchen. These are completely handmade. These are soy free, so they are not going to give you that chemical scent when you melt them, like stuff you get. Like, for instance, like, this is cool. Don't get me wrong. I got this lip candle at TJ Maxx. It smells pretty good, but it smells so chemically because the process of stuff to make these candles in factories is bad. This is completely soy-free, all natural. These candles smell great. They last longer, and they burn slower because it's a thicker density to the wax that we make. Our stuff is just better. Once you try us, you'll know that. But I want to reiterate, on unitacandles.com, check the comment. We have pumpkin cake candles, and our beautiful pumpkin patch jar candles right here, filled to the brim, not like the stuff you buy at the store, filled to the brim with wax. So please check those out. We have those available. Again, my wife is packaging more orders tonight. If you order it right now, I'll ship it in the morning. So there you guys go. All right, let's see. I don't know if it's going to be on sale, but Gold, you do know that Arrow has their own version of Texas too, if you just like the presentation of theirs better. I have seen the scalper prices. It's a shame. I still don't know what's going on with that, if they're going to restock it on Amazon or not. I really don't know. Oh, I finally got into TCMs more recently. Finally watched 3 in Next Generation. I like Next Gen. Well, you come to the right place. I'm a big Next Gen fan. I'm a big McConaughey fan. But then again, who isn't a McConaughey fan? I do like 3, but I think Next Gen is such a crude, rude, nasty film that Kim Henkel made, who has DNA in the original film, which I think is brilliant. And also the fact that it was a local Texas production, just like the first film. Does it scale the heights of the first film? Not in any stretch. What movie does, though? But I like those elements about Next Gen. Never will tell people it's a great movie and they don't know what they're talking about, but I am a sucker for authenticity, and Next Gen is authentic. Like it or not, Next Gen is authentic. 4K scan Blu-rays upscaled on a player looks just as good as a native 4K disc minus the HDR. That's probably a fair comparison. I think that's probably fair. I've said a lot on this channel. Sometimes the Blu-ray version, like for instance, guys, you guys know that Spawn is coming out from Arrow. Well, the CGI stuff in that movie is very, very bad. It just is what it is. It was the 90s. I get that. I got the Blu-ray version of that. I did. I don't think Spawn is necessary to have on 4K, the disc, but I did get Spawn on Blu-ray because it's still the new restoration, and it's going to look fantastic, better than any release before. But I actually think it might actually help those effects without the HDR. Call me crazy. I thought the Blu-ray was fine for Spawn from Arrow, so that's what I pre-ordered. Call me crazy, you know? You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I did get the Empire set. I love the Empire set. Yeah. Dylan, I'd be surprised if they don't do both versions. I really would. I think they're probably gonna do both versions. That's right. We don't have a skeleton farm in India. You're damn right. Thank you for being new to the Patreon. You're going to get a ton of videos, early access, and ask some of my patrons some of the cool behind the scenes stuff or stuff about physical media coming out. I'll tell my patrons because I'm like, listen, I'll know if it gets out because I said it here. But I'll ask some of my patrons here whenever I get some kind of really cool info on stuff that I can sneak peek. There's some stuff I'll be killed if I announce. There's some stuff I literally cannot talk about. But some stuff, if I know it's like if I talk about something from Arrow that's going to be announced in a couple of days, I'll let the patrons know, hey, get ready for this. Very nice. The Hellraiser set's very, very nice. Next Gen kicks ass. Got some love for Next Gen here. Saturn's one of those things. I remember back in, this is going to date me a little bit, but I remember back in 2013 when San Diego Comic-Con announced the Friday the 13th Jason Nintendo figure and the Nintendo box and everything. It was a phenomenon. Sold out at the Comic-Con. I have it. We went on eBay and bought a listing. We bought the figure on eBay, and the person that had the listing, they maxed out their sale at like 20, and they went to the convention, bought them all, and then shipped it to the people that bought them on eBay. It was kind of a gamble. We really didn't want to do it, to be honest with you, but we knew we couldn't get it any other way. So, and then of course, 2 years later, they had a Toys R Us exclusive with it. So I guess I was an idiot for doing that. Yeah, Eric, it's good that you mentioned that because I said in the video, I was like, look, all things considered, inner positives are not the end of the world for 4K restorations. They're not. I thought the Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 looked good. And this gives me hope that Day of the Dead will look good too. Will it be the 4K of the year when it comes out? Probably not. But will it be a good representation of the film? I think so. I think so. So it's never a best case scenario. You never want to just use that. You want the original elements, of course. But the inner positive, I think, is a step or two steps away. I think it's about 2 steps from the negative. I could be off on that. I'm not a film buff in that sense where I understand all that stuff. But I judge it with my eyes. I thought the 4Ks of Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 looked pretty damn good. I thought they were both at least 7 out of 10s, probably 8 out of 10s. Go watch my video when I reviewed them if you want. And I thought they were both perfectly even. They looked identical with each other. So, The Descent 4K got announced. That's a pre-order contender, especially 90% of the movie that happens in the dark. Yeah, I'm hoping that film will really, really clear up with 4K. Now, there was some confusion. I think somebody said that The Descent was going to be a Scream Factory release, and then apparently it's not. It's just going to be Lionsgate, which that makes sense. Lionsgate loves that movie. They've constantly reissued that movie on Blu-ray, so I can see that. I'm also kind of confused. I don't know about you guys. Like, what the hell's going on with this Lionsgate Limited? It's like they were kind of hawking that, shoving it down our throats and everything with the Frailty and Ghoulies 3. Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, no. The Saws aren't going to be Lionsgate Limited. Oh, no. Devil's Rejects is going to be Lionsgate Limited. Okay, that's fine. But at the same time, it's like, I thought the Lionsgate Limited was a way for them to maximize their profits and keep their physical media stuff afloat in a better sense, keep everything in-house for them. So I don't know. I guess I was a little surprised that they weren't limited. But then again, I prefer it be this way because I don't have to pay $8 shipping. It's so funny, guys. Like, here's the reality. I am a critic of Scream Factory when they deserve it, as well as any other company. I also praise Scream Factory when they deserve it. I think that they're doing a better job now than they were 5 years ago. That's for sure. Scream Factory gave an email where they said, hey, listen, rising costs this. We're changing our packaging. We will no longer ever ship anything in an envelope. It will always be in a box. But because of this, we will be raising our shipping prices. Our standard shipping prices will now be $7.99. And it's so funny that after Scream Factory raises their shipping prices, we find out that Lionsgate starts out with a higher price than Scream Factory. They start out with $8. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Checking out the Conjuring Ultimate Edition. Cheers. Oh, did that come out on 4K? I never got that. I don't know. Part of me just didn't want to get that, but I'm sure it's going to look pretty good. I saw photos from someone who found Friday the 13th, the game-inspired items like Savini's mask and retro Jason neon axe. I don't know if it's real. It is real. It is real. They look very, very modest and cheap, but it's kind of fun. I think the 8-bit axe is kind of cool. I would get it if I could get myself an 8-bit Jason bust. I kind of want one. You know, like I've got a lot of busts. As you can see, I've got part 5 right there. I've got all the Jasons. There's part 7 and 1 back there. You guys know I love. Let me see if I can shine it up even a little bit. There we go. I love my Jason stuff. An 8-bit Jason would be something I'd really want. As a matter of fact, I just got a paycheck from a side hustle. If I can find one online that I really like, I might get it. I believe we have a super chat. Anthony O'Donnell with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Anthony. Hey, what's up, CHH? Just got out of work, and I'm glad to see you're live streaming. Did you hear that Arrow is doing Deadly Friend Blu-ray limited edition? I did see that. That's really cool. I mean, the Scream Factory release I have and I like, although Arrow's artwork is better. I just have to see what they kind of got going on with that release. If there's some stuff that's unique to it, then I'll consider it. I will definitely consider it. But I will tell people this. Deadly Friend, although not considered necessarily a good film, does have one of the best scenes of all time. Well, I don't even want to spoil it, but it involves a basketball. It's a fun, charming little film, but you got to understand it was far from what Wes wanted to do. And the film almost doesn't really know what it wants to be because of like the tug of war between Wes and the producers. With all that being said, though, there's something about Deadly Friend that there's just this charm to it that you can't help but like it. It's just one of those movies that kind of slips through the cracks of, you know, you don't want to criticize it. You just want to enjoy it a little bit. If you get what I'm saying, I like Deadly Friend. The Scream Factory release is great, but I'll see what Arrow has to offer with that. They haven't officially announced it yet, as far as I know. I know that Dawn of the Discs did, but we'll see. If there's unique things to that, and I find it interesting, I'll grab the Arrow version. You know, I love that film just like anybody else. Thank you so much for your super chat. Let me give you a great little clip.
I feel like people sleep.
I agree. I agree, Brandon. I also feel like people sleep. Well, if Second Sight, well, here's the thing. What has Second Sight announced for October? Have they done October announcements yet? Because last year they rocked the house, obviously, with the Blair Witch. I'm going to go on record and say this right now, guys. The Blair Witch Project release from Second Sight, in my opinion, may be the single-handed greatest physical media release of all time. Not just horror, but of all time. That release is one of the best releases I've ever seen in every aspect, from the special features to the restoration. I know some people be, oh, Christian, what do you mean restoration? But the fact that they took that movie, they got the original, what was it, the DV tape footage from the movie, as well as restoring the 16 millimeter footage that was over. They went back to every original element they could, and the documentary. If you guys have not seen the documentary that was done for that Second Sight release for the Blair Witch Project, it is single-handedly the greatest opening of a horror documentary I've ever seen. That physical media release is, I seriously think that's the greatest physical media release of all time. I'll die on that hill. I will absolutely die on the hill that Second Sight release is the best. Thank you, Nico Mendez. Nico with a $5 super chat. Good to see Nico. He's a viewer. I met him probably through Pizza on the Region Free channel, but Nico's a really great guy. CHH, have any interest in the new Hammer Studios box sets? Maybe I'm just old school in me, but I think they're doing banger work. The Quatermass boxes. You know, I am interested in some stuff. Absolutely. The reality is, Nico, and I don't know if you were like this because you're a different generation than me. My generation, I genuinely feel that we have to age a little bit to get into Hammer. Not all of us. Some of us can have that bug earlier. But the reality is, Nico, in my 20s, I wouldn't be caught dead watching a Hammer film. I just wouldn't. I just thought it was too goo goo gaga, if you will. And I know that's a pathetic thing to say, but that was my mentality. As I got a little bit older and I saw films like The Devil Rides Out, and I saw a film, which I don't know if that's necessarily Hammer, but you get my point. It's that era. As I saw films like The Devil Rides Out, as I saw films like Murders in the Rue Morgue, and I saw, wait a minute, no. There were some quirky, weird movies from these eras before the 80s and 70s. I started to open up a little bit. Then I heard Alice Cooper talk about Carnival of Souls, and I was like, oh my God, this movie's brilliant. And so I got into that mode more. Then I saw Twins of Evil, and I was like, God, this is just a brilliant film. And so I'm into it now. I got into Hammer. I got into Dracula 8072, which is a ridiculous movie, but I love that. With that being said, I know that they announced Warner Archive is doing, what is it, the Horror of Frankenstein? I think they're doing the 4K of that. I can't wait to get that. But somebody said, Christian, don't get that. Look at the overseas release. That's much better. In terms of the other stuff you're talking about, I probably will, because a lot of that stuff may be first-time purchases for me. I mean, I've got some Hammer stuff, but not a whole lot. Basically, a lot of the stuff I have is from the Warner Archive and things of that nature. So I'm definitely interested in broadening my horizons. And that's just me being honest. I just didn't want to be caught dead watching those movies in my 20s because I was a shithead. I can't even lie to you. I was. So thank you, Nico. Let me give you a clip, my brother. Curse of Frankenstein. Thank you. What did I say? I don't remember what I said.
Dude, this is the best Children of the Corn movie. It looks the most expensive. It looks the most polished. It has really good cinematography. The color grading kicks fucking ass. The score is really good. The main chick in it is really good. It's her first starring role. It's the chick from, what the hell's her name? The chick from, Naomi Watts. She's the starring chick. And there's also Karen Black in it. There's all like the locusts and shit, and the kids climbing up from the well. Like, it's a fucking sweet movie.
I love that clip. I love that clip so much. Rhonda Shear, USA Up All Night. Man, I wish I could get like a DVD of all those clips put together. I wish Rob Zombie released the original version of House of Us, and don't we all? Do you have a Texas Chainsaw 4K preference between the Second Sight and Dark Sky versions? I love them both, but I think the Second Sight is probably the best. Thank you so much, Sergio, with $1.99. Gutter Garbs, Cavity Colors, Fright Rags opinion. Great question. Gutter Garbs is my people. I like them a lot. Fright Rags has great T-shirts, but I think the artwork on Gutter Garbs, I love the fact that they constantly offer the original artwork as well as new artworks, because I'm an old school guy. Like, I like all the new artwork designs, but like if you just throw if you throw this on a T-shirt, make it comfort colors and distress it, make it look old school, you got me. And they do that. So Gutter Garbs is my favorite, but you forgot one. You've got to mention Terror Threads, who's the most underrated. So, but I love those. Cavity Colors, my wife likes them, but I'm not a huge Cavity Colors fan. I do like them, but I'm not really into the huge pop art, colorful stuff as much. So that's just my taste, though, and nothing against them. Cavity Color. I have some pants from them that I really like. So
I'm gonna go fucking buck wild for Easter this year.
Do I still have hope for Freddy's Nightmare someday, even after? I don't know. Probably not. I think they'd have to re-edit all that stuff and just get new sounds. If they do have licensed stuff with music and stuff, they'd have to have somebody in-house come in and just remix and re-edit the audio for all that stuff. And I don't know if they want to put the time and effort into doing that. I love Donnie Darko. I can tell you do. Frank the Amazing Rabbit, not Frank the Bunny. So, oh my God. What are you doing wearing that stupid man suit? You're so right. This is a comfort color. See, I love comfort colors. Once you go comfort colors, you never go back. Those tees don't shrink. The collars stay nice and tight. They don't stretch out where your collarbone's sticking out. I love comfort colors. You do pay a few extra bucks more, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Thank you so much, Jimmy Cobain, with a $7.99. Hey, CHH, which Halloween film is your favorite, and which Halloween has the best looking Michael Myers? Well, Jimmy, I may throw you for a loop with this. My favorite Halloween film is 3. I love Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Great question. Now, which one has the best looking Michael? That's a fantastic question. And the answer for me is part 6. I'm a really big fan of the bigger Myers, and I've always enjoyed George P. Wilbur, rest in peace. And the reason I like George is because I always thought it was scarier that the guy that performed as Michael had a little bit of a COPD chest. Like he kind of had like that barrel chest. Like he wasn't like the slim, flat stomached kind of guy. He was a bigger guy. And there was this bruteness to the character that to me made it scarier. And I thought, there was another gentleman in the theatrical cut of part 6 that took the role, but you can tell the body shape is very different. This guy was a lot more lean. I think that George P. Wilbur in the beginning of part 6, where you see him take the girl and push her up against the nurse woman, push her up against that spike in the wall and her body's just hanging. And you see this Michael who looks like he's just a blue collar guy that works hard and like, I don't know, like that body type was scary to me with that mask. It was a perfect combination. So for me, it's Wilbur. Now, if you ask me another look, just based like just maybe the mask or whatever, I thought Dick Warlock's the way he filled out the mask in part 2 was perfect. It was scarier. I think Dick Warlock is the most sinister looking. I love the part 1, but I think part 2 and part 6 are my favorites. I really do. Thank you so much for that. Let me give you a good clip. Let me give you a good one for that $7.99. Let's see. Let's give him this one.
Try as ye will, try as you might, the Butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not, lucky lads, you don't have to be naked and afraid when you have the new limited edition St. Patty Days Planet Dirty shirt. You must have a 4-leaf clovers up ye ass. Because these shirts are now on sale for only $16. Happy St. Patrick's Day, D-lads.
That clip just makes me laugh. Oh, man. I feel like H2O is better now than when it came out. Yeah, I agree. I think H2O is that era of movies. I think people are just kind of digging them now. You know what I'm saying? Just finished watching Grave of the Fireflies. Very sad ending. The new Steelbook for H2O is clean. I think I'm going to get those and I'll do reviews for them and just tell people, listen, some of you are going to hate watch this, and I totally get it. If you just own it, it's like that. Like, can't hate you as much if you just own it. Like, yeah, I know that some people don't want this, but I just think they're cool. So just watch it, watch this video, and just comment about why these are stupid. That's fine, as long as you watch. If you own it, it's kind of hard for them to hate you when you do videos about stuff that people don't want. Let's see. Did you see the new Saw Steelbook art on Amazon? The updated photos of the full Steelbook and inside. Did you get my email of the Elm Street remake deleted scenes? I got to be better about checking my emails, and you probably did email me, and I may just not have seen it. I do apologize. I have to go look at the Saw Steelbooks, though. That's great news. Fantastic news. I'm so excited that we got those releases to a better stance where a lot of people are happy. Now, I did say that there is a better chance of 5, 6, and 7 being uncut, but some people may be like, well, no, do the theatrical cuts in 4K now. We'll see how that goes, though. Batsy41, thank you so much for the $6.99. I'll give you a clip. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I feel like people sleep.
Do you collect horror autographs? I do have a bunch of Michael Myers on knives. So yes and no. I prefer meeting people and I prefer the experience. A lot of times now you have to buy the autograph. Like I have a lot of my autographs, I have them. What am I trying to say? A lot of my autographs, I have them up on the wall. Here's a picture of me from 2014 with Bill Moseley. Look at this, guys. Actually, this is me and Ed Neal in 2014 when I met him in Texas Frightmare. That's a young CHH. 2014. I was 22 right there. Wow. I got all kinds of stuff here. Here's me with A. Michael Baldwin from Phantasm in 2014. I got my CED signed by him. That's when the convention was really small too. You could actually walk through there. You could actually walk through there and meet people. I walked right up to Doug Bradley in 2014. He couldn't have been he couldn't have been a nicer guy. I love Doug Bradley. You'll never hear me utter a negative word about Doug Bradley ever. But yeah, I've got a bunch of people. I got Dick Warlock up on the wall. I've got Melanie Kinnaman up on the wall. I've got Jason Part 2, 1. I've got 1, 2, 4, Ted White, rest in peace. 6, Tom Savini. Then I've got Alex Vincent, Scott Ann from Anthrax, Adam Marcus, where he actually Adam Marcus, if you guys are fans of this channel, you know the gimmick on this channel is Jason Goes Straight to Hell. Well, I had a friend that met him at a convention and told him the story. And so my autograph, I'll read it to you. To Christian, this time Jason Goes Straight to Hell. Love from your brother, Adam Marcus. So very, very nice guy. A. Michael Baldwin's up there. I've got James Jude Courtney. I've got Lisa Wilcox. I've got Mark Patton back there on the Elm Street wall. I do have a bunch, but I really enjoy the meeting the people. Robert Russler. I've got a lot of the Elm Street people back there. So you like this cracker barrel? I just find them and post them. I thought the Salem's Lot one was hysterical. Don't tell me about it, man. They're too big now. You can't wipe your ass in these things anymore, much less walk around and meet people. You know. Which do you like better? Alice Goes Straight to Hell or Jason Goes Straight? Oh, Alice's record. I love them both, but you can't go against Alice. Because you can go to hell. So, guys, we're going to go for about 5 or 6 more minutes. Like I said, I didn't want to overstay my welcome. I did want to come on here and try to keep up my live streams, my solo live streams, because I like talking to you guys. You know, I try to keep up with comments. I may not respond to every comment on YouTube because it's starting to get a little time consuming, which is a good thing to have because people are engaging. I do see you guys though, and I try to base video suggestions from you. I try to take suggestions from you guys in the comments. So always drop your comment. If I don't respond to it, believe me, I see it. I see them. I see every single one. Thank you so much, Amir, with a $4.99 Vinegar Syndrome sale this Friday. Please grab the passing. I think I will be live Thursday night. That's Thursday, not Friday, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be live Thursday for that. So the passing. I have to check that out. Remind me, Amir. Remind me about that though. Thank you for the $4.99. That is so kind of you. Let me give you a little clip.
George P. Wilbur is well, actually no, Dick Warlock's my favorite Myers, but it's Sweet George Wilbur, Jizz P. Will, what I say.
I can't believe he said that. Thank you so much, Amir. Thank you. I am. I'm seeing it with my buddy Jay the Stingray. I think I have 2 and 4 pre-ordered. I think 3 hasn't gone up yet. Just waiting on 3, right? Oh man, the Ice Cream Man. That's a classic. It's always funny that Olivia Hussey is in that movie, right? And with that, Jizz P. Wilbur was born. Jizz P. Wilbur. God, that shit makes me laugh. What's going on with Brandon when you record that? Was he drunk? He's constantly drunk. Christian, who do you find the cutest and would adopt, Baby Freddy or Baby Leatherface? Baby Fred. I have Baby Fred. What do you mean? I don't have to adopt him. He's right there. You see him? He's right there. I got him. Blockbuster Video Days. Remember the Blockbuster Video Game Challenge. When's the next 3 a.m. live? It's kind of hard. You know, that was actually fun, and it surprised the hell out of me because I did that, and then like 100 people were watching it. It was like 3:40. It was almost 4 a.m. I know it was actually 4 a.m. when we were doing the show at a certain point, Central Time, which means it was like 5 a.m. in the East. So I'm no longer working graveyard 12 like shift work anymore. So unfortunately, I'd literally have to wake up and do it, and it's hard because I work Monday through Friday now. So if my schedule ever changes back to a shift schedule, then I'll do them because I kind of miss doing graveyards because like literally I would be up all night and I would just come up with ideas of videos to do, and I would just film all night, and I would turn on a candle, and then sometimes I'd watch really scary movies and just get through the night. I loved it, you know. But health wise, it was also bad for me because it'd be 4 a.m. and I'd be eating Doritos and cheese and shit, and I'd go to bed at 7 and I'd feel like shit. So thankfully this schedule is better for my health. You know, being on days has actually been really beneficial for me. Thank you, Charlie. I hope life is good for you too, dude. Like, I like graveyards because music sounds better at night, food tastes better at night, movies are more enjoyable at night, everything's better at night. You know, everything feels cooler at night. But man, looking forward to the 4K release of The Descent. I think all of us are, man. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited for that. I didn't know you could do that with PS1. I know you could do it with Dreamcast to a certain extent, right? I knew Dreamcast you could do that with certain games. I think they tried to fix that at a certain point, but getting rid of your shelf warmers. Oh man, nothing's a shelf warmer in this house. Look at all them DVDs back there. And there's a books on the other side. So, yeah, you're right. Sleeping is better at night. I will be reviewing that. And I think I talked about this before. I did actually get picked up to review Arrow stuff. You guys might have saw that review I did on Hellbender, which was a really cool folk horror film. Thank God I started out with something that I enjoyed. If you guys saw that short, please check it out. It's I did a short about Hellbender and Arrow Video, and the creators actually saw the short and they said they thanked me for it. I said, no, thank you guys for the films. It's good. So I will be reviewing Creepshow 2 on 4K. I will, you know, I'll give you my honest opinion, but I always like you guys to know if I do get sent something to review. I want to be upfront and honest about that. I never did get Arrow stuff before in the past ever, so this is brand new for me that I'm getting this, and I just want to be open and honest about it, you know. And thankfully, with through MVD, they've always told me be honest. You don't have to feel like you have to lie if you don't think something is as good as it should be. You know, that's not why they're sending it to you. Be honest, and so I will. But I did like Hellbender. I thought it was a good release. It's a great little folk horror film with some really cool kind of not ambient music, but like bass drum kind of gothic, moody. I liked it. I like the film, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from what that couple does that makes those movies. When are they going to release Creepshow 3 on 4K? When everything else on planet Earth gets released, maybe. No, you say that. Watch, somebody will put it out. I miss filling up the Bronco and just getting lost on the highways at night. Gas prices were $1. Night of the Comet type nights. Brother, oh my God, I felt that. I remember I started dating this girl and I was just on cloud 9. I just graduated high school. This girl was 2 years younger than me. And I was dating this girl and I was just like on cloud 9 happy. And I remember putting on Him. It was the Screamworks CD had just come out. Him had just released that Screamworks. And I remember listening to Heart Killer, Acoustic Funeral, In Venere Veritas, how you say it. I remember listening to Him, that record, all night, just driving, cranking up the music and singing along to it. I still try to feel like that sometimes where I just have those moments. I'll tell you what I'm listening to right now a lot, guys, is Killswitch Engage. I grew up with them. My brother got me into them. I remember when we got the End of Heartache CD in 2005, right after Katrina. We had just moved into our home where my parents still live to this very day. They bought the house in late 05, moved in early 06. I remember my parents taking me and my brother to the mall. It was a 30-minute ride. My brother got the Killswitch Engage End of Heartache CD. And I remember listening to that in the truck and hearing the End of Heartache. I had never heard a band be so heavy and so melodic. And I've been listening to those records, these kind of metalcore records with these beautiful melodies. And I've just been loving it. And my favorite song now off the record, believe it or not, I think it's track 2, Take This Oath. Maybe it's not Take This Oath. I can't remember the name of this. Somebody knows the song based off of the riff. But anyway, and then I remember we got Daylight Dies, and I was just mesmerized by the record. The Arms of Sorrow is one of those beautiful. But anyway, I checked out of Killswitch Engage after that because I did not like the 08 record whatsoever. I did not like it. Funnily enough, I didn't like the Jesse records before that. I didn't think they were that good. Now, this is where the audience will disagree with me because whenever I talk about Killswitch, my audience constantly disagrees with me. I think the best Killswitch Engage record is the 2013 record. I forget the name of it, but I think In Due Time is the best Killswitch song ever written. I think it's one of the most lyrically uplifting songs. I think it's a brilliant song. I think Jesse has an amazing voice. I love Howard. I will never say Howard is worse or better or any worse than Jesse's. I get why people think Howard is better because those records are masterpieces. I think In Due Time is the best Killswitch song ever written. I love that 2013 record. I absolutely adore it. I think In Due Time is like one of the most, I think it's a perfect metalcore song. So I just got to say that. So last saw Killswitch for Lamb of God a couple years ago. Jesse Leach made guest appearance. It was epic. Amazing. Oh yeah, I was gonna say you meant Howard made a guest appearance. Hard to say who's better, as Howard has the opera background as a singer. Jesse is just breakneck and unique. Well, Jesse is so unique in that I watch live videos of him. He's constantly improved his singing voice to a point to where now I think the band has never sounded better than they do right now. Jesse's voice to me is as good as Howard's live. Jesse's live vocals now are impressive. They're so good. His singing ability has improved tenfold since the old days. Like I said, I think the 2013 record is the best Killswitch record. I love In Due Time. That's like my favorite metalcore song ever written. So anyway, guys, listen, I had a great time tonight. You guys were amazing. One more time, You Need a Candles. We're packing orders tonight. No soy, handmade in my house. They burn slower. They smell better. The wax is thicker. Does not melt as fast. We have pumpkin cake candles. This will ship in the morning if you order it tonight. And our beautiful pumpkin patch candles in these jars. They will not come broken. Filled to the brim with wax. To the absolute brim. They smell immaculate. You guys will love these. Once these are gone, they're gone. Thank you for supporting You Need a Candles. I really appreciate you guys. Check us out. It should be in the bio below. You Need a Candles, Etsy, or youneedacandles.com. Follow us on Instagram to stay up on stuff. We have amazing stuff coming. We also have more stuff in the store as well. So, yes, soy is not good. Soy is not a good chemical to have in your wax melts. But God bless you guys. Please drop a like before you guys. I love these chill shows. We'll be back and we'll do more. Great stuff coming. God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for watching this channel and making it grow. I love you guys. Good night. Take it easy, everybody.